Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the finale of the YouTube Cup. It comes down to 12 drivers, the best drivers of the YouTube Cup. Mike Jones, Perry, Dope, Tyre Filler, Ellie, Lopez, Durrani, Brian Pierce, Jensen Freddy, Richard Head, Edwards and Ampelova Films. It's going to be a tight old race. Let's get this race underway. 70 laps at Texas World.
Drivers, start your engines!
So we are underway for the 70 lap race of the YouTube Cup final at Texas World. Cars going down the back straight now. Getting ready to roll. Is being on pole a good thing for Mike Jones, or will it be a bad thing? He dominated the race yesterday with Jensen Freddy, who did a late pit, who finished in 9th. He's now starting at the back. Can he catch that 33? Can the 33 stay in front all this race? Or will it be someone else who wins today? Will it be Brian Pierce? Will it be Harry Edwards? Who knows? As the pace car goes in, we are now on our way to start. Green flag, YouTube Cup round of 12 begins. First lap completed and Mike Jones falling way to the back already. Cars getting rather close down to this back straight. At the moment we have, who is it in the lead? That's the question. It's the 76 and it is S Dope leading this race at the moment. Speedy Dope leading as they come flying down the front straight, 187 miles an hour. It's now the 92 who is leading us around. So Richard Head, the 74, goes into the lead. Cars all over the place. Oh, Harry Edwards nearly connecting with Mike Jones. Oh, that was pretty close. I got a feeling there's going to be an accident soon. They are getting proper rough out there. So at the back we have, of course, it's A. Lopez up at the back. Jensen Freddy in 11th place. Then we've got Harry Edwards in, that'd be 10th now. Brian Pierce looking like he's in 9th, not officially. As they fly around the turn, there is Ampelova Films falling back to a lower position. Mike Jones now looks like he's coming back into this race up at the front, but we still have Richard Head leading us around here at Texas World. Oh, and Harry Edwards nearly causes another crash again. Harry Edwards flying around this track at the moment, going very, very low on the lower part of that track. 3 wide in the front row. Mike Jones going into the middle. Them cars ducking low again. Jensen and Freddy coming up in behind the 76. So there they go, flying down the back. And there's the 76. And we got a crash! We have a crash! The yellow! Is the yellow going to come out? Is the yellow out? Here at... Yes. No, it's not. We don't have a yellow. We have no yellow out on the track. Let's go back and see what happened there. No yellow. No caution here. Crazy. And there are the 2 cars that have crashed. Look at that. Let's go to this view. We are losing time here. Let's take a look, see what happened. It's tyre filler. And the 64 of Ampelova Films. Oh, rolling down there, rolling down. As they continue on. Crazy, no yellow at all. Not once did it come out. Wow. Absolutely shocking. Jensen Freddy up at the front of this race. The 95 leading. Harry Edwards just behind. Wow. Ampelova Films 1 lap down. Sure, it's going to be out of the race now. No one gets relegated today. It's all about who wins. That's going to hurt, definitely. That is definitely going to hurt. That was lap 7. Lap 8 that happened. As Jensen Freddy loses the lead. Harry Edwards now takes the lead here at Texas World. How many cars are going to be left in this race? The way they're racing, none. And I think there was another crash then. I think there was another crash. Oh, Mike Jones! Is it Mike Jones involved? Let's take a look. I definitely put yellow flags on, I can tell you that now. But the caution's very not coming out at all here today. Look at this, what happened? Oh, 74 got pinned. And they both go out, crashing. Wow, that is not good for Mikey Jonesy there. As Jensen Freddy and S Dope fighting it out up at the front. Wow, shocking race. Shocking race. Amplover Films officially out. Cars all over the place. No yellow. No cautions. This is crazy. The caution flags are on as well. Loving this. This is what racing should be like. Who needs the cautions? Problem is we can't look at the crashes. Jay Perry, the most consistent driver of the tournament, up at the front now. Jensen Freddy getting squashed into the wall. No caution again. Well, no caution again. Lap 13. And it looks like Mike Jones's title hopes could be over after that. Ducking and diving with Richard Head. Tyre filler 2 laps down. His race could be over as well. This is turning out to be one of those races. So it's A. Lopez who's running up at the front now. Incredible racing from the 117. Was at the back for a long time now. Moving up to the front. No pit stops. No cautions as of yet. Lap 15. Hey, 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 it's Bowler. Bowler's in the house. I want to be in the back. Yeah, I think you're safer at the back. The way things are going at the front, they're getting rather close. Tyre filler 2 laps down. We're having a round of pits. We are having a round of pits by the looks of things. Cars going in. The leaders not staying. They are staying out. As you can see, we are having pits on lap 16, but the leaders are staying out. At the moment, this is A. Lopez's race, and we're going 3 wide at the front. Look at this, 63, 67, and 117. Jensen Freddy just looking on. Looks like we are going down pit road again for the leaders as they all come in to pit lane. Great driving from the top boys. There is Mikey Jones, a lap down. And here come the cars out of pit road. There is that Durrani, who's running in 5th place. There is Brian Pierce behind. Ellie, Perry. And here come the leaders. At the moment, into pit lane. And where will they end up on the track when they come back out? Still no cautions today. First round of pits. It's been pretty epic. This is a crazy race. It is a crazy race. Pretty cool. Pretty dramatic. Pretty on the edge, I've got to say. We want to know who's going to go back in the lead when they come back round. As you can see, I think the guys will be out of pit lane now. And there is our current leader, Lopez, coming out with Harry Edwards just behind Jensen, Freddy as well, and it looks like Speedy Dope there. Harry Edwards and Lopez are literally touching around this corner, around this turn. This is crazy. Need to be careful. They don't want to end up crashing out of the race. It's such a long, long way to go. This is Texas World. One of my favourite tracks. And it's Lopez who continues this demanding, confident lead. But Harry Edwards now going into that position. Durrani 3rd, Brian Pierce 4th, Jensen Freddy in 5th. Needing to catch up now, the 95. As we have only one car now on the back lap. But at the moment, we are watching the 117 and the 63 lead this race. Mike Jones back on the lead lap now. 4 cars are in it at the moment as fifth is 1 second behind. Jensen Freddy losing pace behind. 3 wide for the 51, the 56 and the 76. As Jensen Freddy's behind, watching on, looking for an opportunity at any time to overtake these guys. Let's go on board. Three wide just in front of the 95. He's got to play it safe. He does not want to touch any of them cars and end up at the back with Jonesy, Richard Head and tyre filler. Harry Edwards conceding first place, but it is Lopez now who gets that first spot. The 117. Brian Pierce second. Harry Edwards third. There's so many choices at the front. Who could win today? Absolutely epic racing from the guys up at the front. We honestly thought yesterday it was going to be a completed race from Mike Jones, but unfortunately getting stacked up in that crash has completely messed his race up, and Brian Pierce nearly touches the back of that 74. Brian Pierce now looking good for the lead as Jensen Freddy comes up on the inside of the 92, but doesn't have enough in him to get past Brian Pierce first. Ellie second. Durrani in third. Harry Edwards losing pace with the front markers now. Jensen Freddy catching up slowly but surely. Lopez falling way back down to 7th place. Mike Jones cannot keep up with the front group. 21 seconds behind the leader. Way behind. Jensen Freddy struggling on the inside of the track there as they come towards that start finish line. It looks like Harry Edwards is gonna get the lead again. Nope, Durrani gets the lead on lap 23. Nearly 4 wide around this first second turn area of the track. They are all pushing it, wanting to win this competition. Harry Edwards defending that position. Let's go on board. So Lopez going from 7th to 1st, back up to the front. Jensen Freddy losing pace. We've got Perry in 2nd, Dope in 3rd, Durrani 4th, Harry Edwards in 5th place now. Going into this is lap 25 of a 70 lap race. Such a long way to go. Anything can happen. We've already seen 2 crashes today, but no cautions. Shockingly, no cautions, and we have got cautions on, so not sure what's going on there. And Dope nearly losing control of the car there. The 76 ploughing it into the white line, nearly coming up against Lopez, but luckily pulling up, stopping himself from crashing, as we look like we seem to be getting a routine of the same cars up at the front. Funnily enough, the favourite to win this race, or this championship, is actually Jay Perry, believe it or not. He's got the best statistics of the whole competition. Jay Perry, the favourite to win the championship. But at the moment, it's being led by Durrani in the 92. orange and green car. Behind him is the Easy Idol of Jesse Ellie. Jensen Freddy now coming up on the inside. I think someone's going to fly over the track. Well, I'll tell you, it could happen. Everything's possible today. They are pushing them cars to the limit. Tyre filler 3 laps down. Richard Head a lap down. Mike Jones way behind. Let's go take a look. There is Mr. Jones all out on his own. What a race yesterday. Devastated today. There's tyre filler. And there is the 74 of Richard Head having a bad race going into pit lane. I think their race is over, and I think it's Jensen Freddy who's now leading this race. But for how long? How long? These cars are so close to each other. One mistake is going to cause carnage. So Jensen Freddy losing pace on the front, not holding that lead for very long, maybe saving himself. There's Harry Edwards just in front. Again, he's not come back to the front for a while. Again, is he saving himself? Lopez now leading here. Not officially, but by what we can see, Jesse Ellie. Absolutely great race from him. And it looks like Mike Jones about to be lapped. What a come down from the 33 yesterday, dominating the race. Today, can't even get a break. And it looks like Jensen Freddy went really low there. And not sure why, but he went pretty low. Is he going into pit lane? Nope, he's still continuing on. But it looked like he was about to go in. Jesse Ellie leading us around. Jensen Freddy losing a lot of time and slowing up. Not sure what's going on with the 95, but at the moment it's the 51, the 56, and the 76 up at the front. And we are under another round of pits already. Looks like they're on a 4-pit strategy today. 2 pits in one pit on lap 15, 16, another pit now. As Harry Edwards is being overtaken by the 92 and the 117. The cars still out on the track. Other cars are pitting. As these guys come around now deciding what they're going to do, whether they're going to follow suit. Mike Jones in the background there coming out of pit road. Will all these guys pit with them? It looks like they're going to, but it looks like Jensen Freddy is continuing on for a lap on his own. What does this mean for the 95? Does this give him extra ability to stay out? Or is this a bad mistake as he goes past Brian Pierce there? Obviously, Jensen Freddy will pit on lap 33. And there you go, Jensen Freddy going into pit lane on lap 33. Be amazing to see who gets out, and these are the leaders all coming out of pit lane now. And it's Harry Edwards who gets out first from pit row. Now we got to see if he can get around before Jensen Freddy can get back out, because it's currently Jensen Freddy leading 9 seconds behind Harry Edwards. What does that mean for the 95 as Harry Edwards puts his boot down? and puts his foot on the accelerator and is giving that car some welly. Where is Jensen Freddy now? That is the question. Let's go to pit lane. Is he out already? He's not out. He is not out. There he comes. He's out. He's out. Jensen Freddy is out. And there comes Harry Edwards around over the start-finish line, about to catch Jensen Freddy. Now, can he catch him? I think he's got the momentum. Great driving from the 63 of Harry Edwards, as he flies down that back straight, destroying anything that was in front of him. He's now on the chase. He is now the hare being chased by the greyhounds, as Harry Edwards will now retake that lead from Jensen Freddy. Jensen Freddy falls down to 6th place. Taking that late pit stop has not done him any favours at all. So it's still the three guys up at the front, 92, 117, 51, and even Brian Pierce now getting in on this front row. Jensen Freddy now catching up with the pack. Mike Jones, Richard Head and Tyre Filler all lapsed down. Ample Films out of the race. Unfortunately, a race over for him and championship, as Brian Pierce went a bit low then. And couldn't seem to get back up, as Jensen Freddy now pushes himself into the top 3. What a comeback from the 95. So it's Jussie Ellie who is actually leading this race, the 51, doing pretty well. Been very conservative through the whole of this tournament. But now showing his true colours and could be a potential champ. Harry Edwards just behind. Then there's Jensen Freddy, then there's Durrani, Brian Pierce, Lopez. Jay Perry, the favourite to win the championship, falling down to 8th place, the last car on the lead lap. But it's at the moment, it's all about Jussie Ellie. So Harry Edwards leads the pack round on lap 40, 30 to go here at Texas World. I'm sure there will be another round of pit stops on around lap 45, 46. The guys seem to be on a 4-pit strategy today, as the 63 concedes to the 92 there. These guys are literally all over each other. Absolutely crazy, really, how these guys are keeping these cars on the track without touching each other and crashing. Not so good for Amplover Films, who crashed out. But we are having a fantastic race up at the front. 92 dominating that front first spot from Brian Pierce there. Another car who's been consistent is Brian Pierce. He's been consistent through the whole tournament. In fact, most of the cars I have in this 12 have been consistent. Harry Edwards has got in by the skin of his teeth. Very, very lucky. But again, deserves it. Deserves to be here. He's in 4th at the moment. He could potentially win this championship. Anyone in this group could win the championship. I'm starting to think that maybe Dope and Perry could be out of this championship now. They are 5 seconds behind these leaders, which is a big gap in racing terms. 4 wide there, going down that back straight. Pretty hectic. One wrong move could change it all. 3 times, Harry, 3 times. Good things come in threes, they say. And it's Ellie who's leading us on lap 44. And I'm guessing we will have a set of pits soon. 43, lap 43, I do apologise. Looks like we'll have a set of pits soon as Harry Edwards retakes that lead on turn 2. So go down the back straight. Another car that's not been directly at the front of this race is Jensen Freddy. He's been sat watching what's been going on. Not sure when he's going to make the moment to make a pass and get to the front. Again, is he saving himself for the right time? As Harry Edwards starts lap 44. The leaders stretching their legs now and making the distance a lot harder to beat. So lap 45, no pits on this lap. Or will there be? There was no pits on the 44. Will there be pits on lap 45? That'll be 15 laps from the last time they pitted. Looks like Jensen Freddy going low. Will he pit with everyone this time? Will he go it alone again? There's a 92, 63, 51 and a 90 are really, really close. Jensen Freddy going low there. Is he considering a pit stop before everyone this time, or is he continuing on? No, he's continuing on. Doesn't seem to have the pace in this car like he did yesterday. Struggling with that 95, unfortunately. Maybe it's not his day, but I know it's going to be one of these cars up at the front, or unless something bad really happens. Touch wood, it doesn't. At the moment, they are racing pretty good. These 6 cars up at the front, destroying what's behind them. Jensen Freddy, the slowest of the cars at the moment, and Jersey Ellie goes into pit lane. Harry Edwards continues on out. Maybe a nice little move from the 51. Jensen Freddy comes up to 3rd spot now. We shall see if they pit on lap 47. Yeah, that's a good question, but Bola, was your chicken sandwich worth it? Because you could have been in this final tonight if you didn't have the chicken sandwich with the gravy soaked bread. And Harry Edwards going into the pits, leaving Jensen Freddy and Lopez out on their own. Lopez changing his pit strategy and keeping up with the 95 this time. Very different. Changing strategies during the race, not always the best thing to do. There's Jesse Ellie coming out now from pit road. Will these two pit together, or will Jensen Freddy continue on his own for another lap like he did in the last round of pits? Side by side, catching up with Richard Head. Jensen Freddy pushing the 117 behind the 74, but the 74 changes his mind and goes low. Jensen Freddy's got access to pit lane a lot easier than the 117, but they continue on. They continue on for another lap. They are not pitting. They are not pitting. this lap. They continue on lap 49 as the other leaders come out. Jensen Freddy and the 117 smashing this out the front now. Do they not need to pit? Do they have extensions on them tyres? Do they have extra fuel? It was worth it. Good lad, good lad. Love a sandwich. Oh, Jensen Freddy there getting a bit dodgy, but they're now both having to pit at the same time. They are both having to pit here at the moment. So it's Harry Edwards who will go back in the lead. Not officially yet. He will have to go around once and then catch up with the 95 and the 117. It's Lopez, Jensen Freddy and Estope in the top 3 at the moment. That will change when they get back round. Need to keep an eye on the 63 and the 95 and the 117 when they come out of pit lane. So we will go to pit lane. So here we are. We are in pit lane and we are looking for the 117 and the 95. And they both come out as cars are pulling around that front straight. And it's Durrani who takes the lead or goes into third. Can he catch up with Jensen Freddy and Lopez? Who has made the better pit strategy today? They look like they got the momentum. Have they got the speed to catch them too? Of course they have. They have in 117 both come out. They will be a lot slower than the cars with momentum as Durrani sweeps up them pit lane cars. I don't know why I don't use them really. I think it's because the other models get updated quite a lot to new cars, whereas this set has been the same forever. So, and I know you guys wanted different cars added to the Veterans Cup, so that was the only way really, to be honest. Hi Liam, sorry I'm late. No worries. Don't apologise. Good to have you here. Oh, press the wrong button. So it is Durrani who's leading us around on lap 51. Jensen Freddy in the middle there. There's Lopez still struggling to hold on to that place, but he still gets that first spot. Lovely driving from the 117, keeping hold of first place as Jensen Freddy sneaks up in that window behind. And we now have a top 5 cars, guys. Top 5. It went from 6 to 5. Jesse Ellie now struggling in his car. Jay Perry struggling in his car. There is Tyre Filler and Richard Head at the back. There's Richard. There's Mike Jones behind, and there is S Dope and Jay Perry. Jay Perry was the favourite to win the championship, 10 seconds behind the leader. Jesse Ellie is 6 seconds behind the leader. Another one who is now struggling, who was doing pretty well. So now it's gone from the top 6 to the top 5. And they go 4 wide down the back, straight, nearly 5 wide. Look at this, it's like a convoy. Absolutely spectacular racing as Lopez has to pull up there to stop himself hitting Durrani as he come back up the track. Jensen Freddy now giving himself a gap between the other 4 cars behind him. Lopez losing pace because he went too low. This race has gone from an 8-car race to a 6-car race now to a 5th-car race. We are getting rid of cars as quick as we're doing laps. This is nail biting stuff, guys. 63 now coming into contention at the front. Look at this, these 5 cars. Who would have said that Harry Edwards, Jensen Freddy, Durrani, Pierce and Lopez would have been in contention for the YouTube Cup? Who would have said that? Absolutely crazy and loving it. Look how close they are. That is pack racing right there. One bad move and it is game over for all 5 of them cars. So Harry Edwards leading on lap 56. He's led for quite a long parts of this race. So has Lopez, so has Freddie, so has Durrani. Brian Pierce not as much. I think he may be saving himself. Giussielli now 11 seconds behind. Perry and Dope 13 seconds behind. I think their championship is officially over, unless something major happens at the front here, which it potentially is about to, as they're getting rather close. Squashing the 95 against the wall, stopping him from making any move. They know that car had the pace yesterday. They've just got to find the right setup. At any time in this race they could find it, and that 95 could just buzz past everyone. Durrani now leading. Harry Edwards falling back into second as they hit lap 58 of a 70 lap race. We've got 12 to go here, and I can't even tell you who I think is going to win. I really can't tell you who is going to win this race. It could be any of these 5. It really could. Jay Perry now has taken over Giussielli. So Giussielli must be having issues with that car, because he has really fallen back. 4 wide up at the front. Jensen Freddy going low into that white line. They pitted on around 46th, 47th lap. Some of them pitted 48, 49. Not sure if there will be another pit before we get to that last race. We had the late pits yesterday, completely changed the field. Will it happen again? Jensen Freddy losing pace. Looks like tyre filler has pitted. It's coming out now on the grass. Harry Edwards side by side with the 92. Lopez finally getting that lead back from Durrani. Will there be another set of pits just to get these guys to the end of the race? Using their tyres up rapidly here. And their fuel. It could be anyone. Anyone who could win this. Who is your money on? Who are you going to put your money on? Name names in the comments, guys. Who do you think is going to win? With 10 laps to go. So Jensen Freddy, Harry Edwards side by side, knuckle to knuckle, foot to foot, tyre to tyre. My money's on Harry, Bowler says. So does Juan. Harry's the favourite. He's looking the favourite. Backing off a little bit now. Saving them tyres. Using slipstreams as a basis to save fuel. Goes to the back of this group. Saving himself for the potential moment of that white flag. As Durrani goes back in the lead. My money's on Durrani. He's been at the front of this race the whole race. What a race he's had. Pretty good, Durrani. Would love to see Jensen Freddy win it, but I just think it's going to be the 92 today. As Brian Pierce goes into pit lane. And so does Durrani. Durrani going in on lap 62, leaving these 3 boys out. Harry Edwards has changed his pit strategy to coincide with the 117 and the 95. He has changed his pit strategy. Will that work for him, or will that destroy his hopes of a championship here? Will these 3 pit together? Looks like Harry Edwards is going in now. And it looks like the other 2 continue on. Harry Edwards completely changing strategy. Going in between the set of front runners. Absolutely incredible as Lopez now continues on. Taking this lead. Jensen Freddy in second. We are on 64 laps. 6 to go. As Durrani and Brian Pierce both get out of pit lane. Durrani just in front. What a pit stop from the 92. What a race he's having. As it looks like the 95 now going in. But am I right? Lopez continues on. Lopez is continuing for another lap. This is absolutely crazy. From the 117. He will be so far behind. Durrani, a lap down. Brian Pierce, lap down. Perry, lap down. This race has just gone on its head. As the 117 continues to dominate here. There is Harry Edwards about to be lapped maybe. As the 117 finally decides to go into pit road. Harry Edwards getting caught by Brian Pierce and Durrani as they hit the start finish line. Harry Edwards, Durrani, Brian Pierce both back on sorry about that, both on the lead lap. Jensen Freddy still in a second spot. Where is the 95? There he is coming out. Has this destroyed his chances of a championship? Harry Edwards now about to overtake the 95. Will that put the 95 on a back lap and destroy his hopes of a championship? Look at this. This is epically close. Anyone could win this. 67th lap begins. And that is your top 4 at the moment. Jensen Freddy, Durrani, Brian Pierce and Harry Edwards are leading this race at the moment. They need to get in front of that 117, or the 117 will continue to be the leader. Jensen Freddy finding some pace in that car, but is it too early? Is it too early for the 95? Harry Edwards going low on the white line. That could potentially slow him up, and it has. Jensen Freddy trying to stop that 92 from making any move on him. 92 goes high. He then decides to go low. Brian Pierce going low, stopping the 92 from going low. 67 laps, 4 to go. And the Lopez, the 117, goes low below that line. The same as Harry Edwards. Both cars slowing up. Seem to be having issues now as Lopez and Harry Edwards. But looking at the front, 68 laps. Jensen Freddy finding some speed in that car. The pace marker for yesterday now finding some extra nitrous oxide as Brian Pierce chasing him down, using that slipstream to drag himself along. Durrani now, another one losing pace. Lopez seems to be getting a bit of that pace back. Harry Edwards can't seem to make his way past them two in front of him. Brian Pierce just waiting for the opportune moment. We are about to have a heart-stopping, cross-your-line finish, guys. This is going to be epic proportions. 69 laps. 2 to go. The white flag is on its way. Who's going to take that white flag? Who is going to take the checkered? So the cars now on their way round turn 3 towards turn 4 as Lopez makes a move on the 95. He's about to take the white flag away from Jensen Freddy as Lopez gets the lead on lap 70. Lopez on his way to a championship win, or is it Harry? Harry coming up now. Jensen Freddy losing the pace on the last lap. We have the top 5 cars now fighting it out for the championship. Who's it going to be? Lopez, Harry Edwards, Brian Pierce, Durrani or Jensen Freddy? It looks like it's going to be the 117. He's got a 2-car gap. Check this out. It's his time to shine. It's Antonio Lopez who takes the YouTube Cup Championship. Durrani second, Harry Edwards third, Jensen Freddy fourth, Brian Pierce fifth, Jay Perry 6th, Justy Ellie 7th, and Speedy Dope 8th. Making up the back of the field, Mike Jones in 9th, Richard Head 10th, Tyre Phil at 11th, and unfortunately not finishing the race, Ampelova Films. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Lopez winning here. Winning the YouTube Cup. That was spectacular. Oh, they're all going off to the grass. Lopez wins first ever YouTube Cup series. There is your champion. There is your YouTube Cup champion. You've all done extremely well, guys. You really, really have. 12 cars who made it here. You are the strongest of the YouTube Cup racers. But unfortunately, there's only one winner tonight. And that is Mr. Lopez. Winning with a steady average of 176 miles per hour. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was a great race. Absolutely amazing from start to finish. Loved every moment of that. We've been running for 53 minutes exactly. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here for the final round of the YouTube Cup. Let's hope we can do it again one more time. For more info on the YouTube League that's coming up, I will put a video up of how to join. And once that video's up, you'll be able to join it and we'll get that competition underway. But on that note, guys, thank you all for taking part. All of you, all 36. Well done for the top 12. And well done to Lopez to winning the first ever YouTube Cup series on my channel. Pat yourself on the back, young man. Great job. Take care, guys. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe.